Moment of silence for the champions. Nah, but we came a long way, y'all. I still got flashbacks of the past, boy. We ain't too far away from troubling times. Albert Haynesworth, you one of the worst people to ever come into our franchise. Not only did you not do shit for us, but you took so much money. You took so many fucking foods out of the DC, Maryland, and Virginia residents' mouths. Your fat ass walking away with that $100 million jackpot, acting like you up the score on us, boy. You better pray to God. You better pray to God we don't send no motherfucking. You better pray to God we don't send no motherfucking. Boy. It could be a glizzy at your house right now, and I ain't talking about a hot dog. It could be a Frank at your house, and I ain't talking about a hot dog. Fuck is you talking about? I was about to drag him even more, but when I'm looking at it right, I think Dan Schneider would be way less hated if he was just more financially responsible. Like, now that I'm looking at Albert Haynesworth's stats, he had 44 tackles and 6.5 sacks in 2 years. Like 6.5 sacks, he could have did that shit in 1 year, but that's not horrible. But it's not $100 million worth either. Like, if he was getting paid like a calm amount, he wouldn't have even been under that much fire. But, bro, like, why the fuck are you paying him $100 million? And then we just damn for like 5, 7. But it would be like endless of those purchases. It wouldn't just be one purchase like that. Like, he would be spanking. He would be spanking the fucking credit line. And then he maxing out on his cards and shit. They asking for the minimum deposit. We lost. Sean Taylor got killed. And that was like the beginning of the curse. I kid you not. Because we just like. We would have little glimpses here and there, but we was a solid team with Sean Taylor. And then we did that first down after he died with only 10 people on the field, and they scored. They got 40 yard, and they did a 40-yard play on us because we only had 10 people on the field in honor of Sean Taylor. So in memory of Sean Taylor, we allowed a 40-yard fucking reception. Or 40-yard rush. Like, what the fuck? LaRon Landry stopped being good. LaRon Landry got too damn swole. He would just be getting burned. LaRon Landry, he would just be getting fucking burned because he's too fucking heavy from being swole as shit for no reason. And then he taking a copious amount of steroids. He was taking too many steroids on the Jets. They spanked his ass. They got him out the way for that shit. Like, I got vivid memories all the way back from Mark Brunell. But Jason Campbell was the first, like, era that I really was like, I'm a diehard Redskins fan through thick and thin. I think Jason Campbell got a lot more flack than he deserved, but he was, like, I don't know. We would have like we would have cool characters and shit, but never enough to be like a team. Like, we would have Clinton Portis, Sean Taylor. Chris Cooley got really shitty towards the end. Like, he was dropping wide open touchdowns. Like, bro, pack it up. Put the fries. Change my fucking oil. Fuck ass boy. Change my fucking oil. Like, shit. Go ahead and change my fucking oil like shit. We had sneaky wide receivers though. I like Brandon Banks. I liked Anthony Armstrong. I liked Deshaun Jackson when we had him. Santana Moss, even when he wasn't the star receiver, he always came through in the clutch. Like, he was like a forgotten factor. He was a forgotten factor for sure. He kept us in games that our field goal kickers would kick us out of, would lose us out of. He would keep us in games that our shitty field goal kickers will lose us out of. Like, fuck Graham Gano. Graham Gano is such a fucking bitch. Graham Gano is such a fucking hoe. If there's one thing you must know about Graham Gano, he is a fucking hoe. If there's one thing you must know of Graham Gano, that boy is a hoe. He was so fucking shitty on our team, and then he gonna start all of a sudden knowing how to kick field goals when he goes to the Steelers. Nah, I can't stand Graham Gano. I hate Graham Gano. From a Redskins fan standpoint, I hate that dude. That man real life cost us games. I can't even remember if he cost us the playoffs at any point, but he definitely cost us games. Then we had we would just have endless randoms. I liked our running backs too. I liked Ryan Morris. Who else did we have? I like Alfred Morris. Nah, who was the one dude before? I like Ryan. It was Alfred Morris, but then we had another dude before him. We do good with tote running backs. Like, Tim Hightower never really did anything for us. Yeah, Ryan Terrain. I like Ryan Terrain. Ryan Terrain was clutch. We always do good for we would always do good for a big body that could get us like 3 yards. And then I remember that one year we were supposed to have Willie Parker, Larry Johnson, and then we had Tim Hightower and all these and then we ended up with Tim Hightower. Tim Hightower didn't even do anything for us. But then, like, where the fuck did those other 2 running backs go? I don't know what the fuck happened. That shit never came about. But that would have been interesting to see. Ryan Terrain was a tote, boy. I like Ryan Terrain. I didn't like Logan and Paulson. I don't really like our tight ends for real, except for Jordan Reed. But Jordan Reed was like the Tua. Jordan Reed was literally like the Tua of the Redskins. He just kept getting concussions. He just kept getting injured. But he was he could have been as good as Aaron Hernandez for sure. Chris Cooley was a childhood favorite up until he started getting shitty, and then it's like I don't really like it ain't holding up like it's supposed to hold up, the name and shit. Fred Davis was a dog. Fred Davis, bro, I kid you not. He used to single-handedly be winning us games. Fred Davis was my guy. I fuck with Fred Davis. Fred Davis was a GOAT on a shitty team. Nah, Fred Davis would go out there and make a play. Fred Davis would be like a star receiver when we didn't have nobody else. And he'd come through and deliver. Now, Fred Davis, heavily slept on tight end. I promise you. Fred Davis is a heavy slept on tight end. I mean, our offensive line, if we still had Trent Williams, I kind of wish we kept Trent Williams. Our D-line, I don't even remember anybody on the D-line for real. I remember we had this one tough white center, but I can't remember his name. It was like Chris something. Or like Will Pine or some shit. D-line, we used to have. I really like Brian Orakpo until he switched teams. That was my guy for a while. I think I had a Brian Orakpo jersey at one point. Now, Brian Orakpo was low-key like my favorite player for a while. For a real long time. Like probably like a few years on the Redskins. Like probably like 3 years. He was my favorite player. 3-4 years. But then when he went to the Titans, I stopped fucking with him. It was something that he did before that made me stop fucking with him. But then when he went to the Titans, I definitely stopped fucking with him. I love Ryan Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan is my guy. Ryan Kerrigan, bro. Ryan Kerrigan, a Hall of Famer on a shitty team, bro. I like D'Angelo Hall. D'Angelo Hall was a dog for us. He should be in the Hall of Fame, too. He started getting his legacy tarnished with that one little play. But, nah, he was still a dog. You can't fake and fabricate 4 interceptions in a game. And he used to be taking that shit to the house, too. D'Angelo Hall, he wasn't a scrub by any regard. He used to be giving up some touchdowns, maybe. But definitely was a scrub. I like Fred Smoot. Fred Smoot was cool. I don't remember much about his game, but I liked him when he was on the team. I like it was like Brian Buchanan or some shit. We used to have somebody that was tough. I can't think of his name. But he used to be right side of he was there for a while. And then he turned into like our number one cornerback. I can't remember what his name is, but he was tough. He might not be in the Hall, but he definitely an all-star player in the NFL. Josh Norman. I like Josh Norman. I like Brandon Merriweather, bro. Brandon Merriweather was bringing morale that was short-lived, but much needed. They like, Smoot, what? Can you teach me how to Dougie? You know why? I like Reed Dowdy, too. Reed Dowdy was cool. They like, Smoot, what? Can you teach me how to? You know why? London Fletcher, bro. London Fletcher was like the most consistent back brace that the Redskins could ask for. London Fletcher gonna show up every single game, bro. Nah, London Fletcher like a Purple Heart for the Redskins. They like, Smoot, what? Can you teach me how to Dougie? You know why? You know why? Clinton Portis was my guy. I definitely had it. He was the first jersey I ever bought. Kirk Cousins was cool. I like Adrian Peterson when he was on the team. I think Adrian Peterson, because something happened like one season where he's really balling out with the Redskins. Like, he was supposed to go to the Pro Bowl. He was damn near like about to have like one of his best years, and then I don't know if he got injured or I don't know what the fuck happened, but like, nah, Adrian Peterson was a very slept on good running back for us at a very old age too. Like, it was quick to brush him off and disregard him like he wasn't contributing as much as he was, but nah, Adrian Peterson was coming through for us very heavily during a period where we didn't have nobody either. Nah, I like Adrian. Adrian Peterson, he didn't put in no skin like London Fletcher, but I'd fuck around and give him half of a Purple Heart for the Redskins. I'll give him like a quarter of a Purple Heart. I'll give him 25% of a Purple Heart. I didn't like Donovan McNabb. And he was always crying and complaining about shit. This is always bitching. And then it's like all the spotlight on him. They're making such a big deal out of him, and then he just keep fucking complaining. RG3 was my guy, my dog, my heart, like shit. Nah, I fuck with RG3. Even when they was talking down on him and shit, I always wish the best for him and shit. Who can say shit, maybe I'll do a part 2, but I feel like Jason Campbell or one of these people need their own separate video. But yeah, this is part 1 of reliving Redskins memories.